Hey, are you at the garage? Good. Come by my office and let's get you set up.
I wonder if she's named Dave. Dave's the other guy. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you to Astragon Entertainment for the game key. Today we're going to check out Underground Garage. Oh, we're doing terrible right now.
Got a new client. Dave wants you to take this one. Starter issue. Should be easy. Head over to him now. He's waiting and we'll walk you through the details.
Very pretty game. But yeah, you can play this with a gamepad. We're choosing to play with keyboard and mouse.
Hey kid, got a 4X Bull HI pulling up. Just a starter problem. Shouldn't take long. Get it on the lift, check it out, and replace the starter. Let's make this smooth, alright?
We're gonna make it smooth. So one thing I've noticed is when you get a new quest, everything in the world seems to just lock up on you. Almost to a point where you think the game's gonna freeze. So here we're gonna have to hit tab because we have nothing on our workbench here. Let's go to manager, find the vehicle, and drag. Okay. We're here. And we're back. Camera focus allows you to focus camera on part you choosing. Alright, so left click to focus. Buttons on the shortcuts to switch between layers. Okay, it's good to know. So diagnostic is very helpful. Kind of shows you what the issues are. Here we're gonna hit E on the hood. So I do appreciate that there's like yellow highlights. This is very much car mechanic. Okay, so we're in disassembly mode. Let's go with the engine. And right here. Long press, and I think we're good. Now, I think we already have this, don't we? We already have the item. Let's see. Long press. Okay, so yeah, they already gave it to us. Happy we didn't have to spend money on it. All right, we're good. Let's get out. And hit R.
A good job with the start.
I don't know why he's calling me. I'm like literally right here.
I need you to drive it out to a spot I'll send you. Don't say anything to Deb. Just keep it between us, all right? I'll be waiting in the car.
That is sketchy. All right, now we're in the car.
Here's the deal. We're heading out to the old airfield outside the city. Nobody goes there anymore. Perfect spot for a test run. We'll push the car through a short course, make sure everything holds up. Then, we leave it there. No questions asked. On the way back, we'll take the old Schmetterling home.
I wish I could hear anything he was saying, but we can't. Engine is very loud, and the squealing of the tires seems very unrealistic. I'm no gearhead, but we've played Japanese Driftmaster, played Forzas, Gran Turismos. We played a lot of games. Motorfest. So the noises this car's making does not feel very akin to what you would consider a complete car. You'd be thinking right now something is scraping, but in fact it is not. It's just for some reason that they decided to make it squealy, and it's kind of annoying, which to a fault. Then I'm probably gonna cut out a lot of the driving. I'm gonna do this one because it seems to be very interesting, because you're gonna do like a time track, but the later ones you're just driving from this point to another point because it's just an excuse to use the open world, which again I understand. You've created this nice little open world, you kind of have to interact with it. Unfortunately, the driving aspect is not very fun. I personally like more of the gearhead side, which I am not. But I do like the aspect of just being able to repair cars. Again, I don't know what the heck I'm doing, so I like the gamified nature what this game's putting out there. I do feel like car mechanic can be a little confusing at times. So I like that this game does a little better job of hand holding. So we're gonna do, we have no other routes. So we're just gonna accept. We want to do time attack. Just screw it. Why practice? Who practices? I don't have time to practice. Got time to go. Okay, so our goal is to win. And I think we have to do it in a certain amount of time. So this is like your, I don't want to say Need for Speed, but this is more like a Forza Horizon Motor Fest kind of thing. Which is nice. Like the game doesn't have to have that. So I do appreciate that it's here. We have checkpoints that we have to meet, so. Oh, no brakes, no brakes. Again, we also are still playing keyboard, as you could probably tell. Not as intuitive as a gamepad would be at this point. But it's okay. I don't feel like swapping back and forth. And you can. It doesn't lock you in any sort of position. I can use both. But I do feel like they've changed some aspects of gamepad when you're repairing the car from the like the demo at least. Because the demo felt awesome. You're able to long press, I think it was like Y, and it would just automatically screw everything. And I thought those most fantastic things. I feel like that's something that simulator games have difficulty with in like console areas. You have a lot of tiny screws that you have to drive in, and it's just, man, it's very difficult when you have a gamepad that's, again, not as fine-tuned as like a mouse and keyboard. Having that option or be able to just kind of drive everything in automatically is perfect. Oh, we're getting loose. Getting loose. Reminds me of the old NASCAR. I think the one I played years ago religiously was that like NASCAR 2002 on like PlayStation 2. And all the ambient noise sounds like a big Mack truck behind us here. But in fact, there's no car near me. There are cars in the game, a lot of NPC cars. But when you're kind of doing this, there's not many, if at all. I don't know if they despawn so you can race. I thought there are some. But a lot of times when you hear the ambient noise, like they're not here. It's just background. It's like the Ubisoft dog in the background. You hear dogs barking a lot of times and there's no dog. Yeah, that squealing is very annoying. Not sure why they thought that that was a great idea to add. To a point where I kind of sat on this game for a bit, kind of giving them enough time to see if maybe they would consider putting like an update, give the option to patch that noise out. They have not, so. But outside of that, outside of the driving aspect and maybe some, I guess, questionable decisions on gamepad, game is fun. Really like the repair aspect of it a lot.
Get it dropped off. I'll take the wheel on the way back. You've earned a breather.
All right, let's continue. So now we have to deliver the car. One thing I wish that this actually had too is while you do have a big mini map, unfortunately it does not guide you on where you're going. It'll show you a little flag and it'll show you different symbols and stuff. Like we do see something here on the HUD. But if you're unfamiliar with this and it's maybe like the first time you're playing this open world that they've created, you have no clue where the hell you're going. You're just kind of guessing. Whoa, we're getting loose again. And it does handle a lot better when you're driving with a gamepad. I just don't feel like swapping back and forth. So we're pretty much back to where we were. Instead of doing time attack, now we're just delivering the car. All right, we got it. Delivery. And now we spawn magically back to Dave's garage. We do break him. And also another thing too, I didn't really fancy about using gamepad when you're moving is you have to run the sprint. You have to long press the left stick.
All right, kid.
I don't like that.
Got a brake job coming in. A 94 Zuma Z JR3. Brakes are shot, so
Zuma Z.
So check it out and swap in the new ones. We're keeping this smooth and simple again. I want this done clean.
So once he's done, we can actually go to the manager. Car dependencies basics. The car has to be complete to drive at all. You can replace almost everything, but extreme mods can ruin how it handles. Complete car. You can go out of one track. Okay. Got you. So we jumped the gun getting the menus. We had to wait for the dialogue to finish. Add this here. Is that like a Mazda? What it looks like. Looks like a Mazda Miata. Let's go enter the car. Oh no, we don't want to drive. I thought they also told us that we couldn't drive. E. So different builds. So we already read that. We're already privy to that. So hit left shift. That will do diagnostic. All right, fluid system lets you drain and refill key car fluids, brake fluid, coolant fluid, oil, and also fuel. Okay, so you have to go to it and see, this is the part that I do prefer this over car mechanic. Is you don't have to be under the car, you don't have to get the oil machine to go here and drip it out. You're pressing E essentially on things, you know. A lot more simplified or gamified, if you want to call it that. So what's it telling us? Brake fluid must be drained first, so hit E. We're hitting E, there we go. Oh, now we're putting fluid in. I think we hit E twice. Did we hit E twice? Let's see if the word changes now. No brake fluid. Okay. So I think the thing was, if you keep the mouse still and you press E, it doesn't refresh it until you move the mouse again. So once we move the mouse, then it said fill brake fluid. So we're fine there. Let's unscrew this. Okay, now let's go to the stock. Do we already have that? They already give it to us. We have to buy it. We already have it. So braking system. So one thing here I want to do, because you definitely will get confused later on. Let's sell this. R. All engine. Sell that as well. We don't need that around. We're just going to get confused later on. Now here, let's fill this. Uncle Phil. And once we're done with that, then we'll, I guess, drive this to the next one. It's weird because I've never been to a body shop where they're like hand delivering the car to you. Pretty much you get there when you can. Very odd, but I get it. You're again gamifying it. It's like realism for the sake of gamifying it. So this is the confusing part, is like I don't know the best roads to take. So you're kind of figuring things out as you go. And the mini map is there to kind of give you an idea as to where you're going. But the reality though is you don't know where the hell you're going. I was tempted to take that ramp, but I don't feel like I was gonna go anywhere. Since it went to like the next level, but there's a wall there, unfortunately. Good thing we didn't have to go far. Another ramp there. This is very, I would say Need for Speed, but it feels like this is Burnout as well. A lot of enticing ramps. That's how I used to play a lot of Crazy Taxi as well. In fact, that was my first PlayStation, I think it was my PlayStation 2 game, because my first PlayStation 1 game was WCW versus the World. I'm an avid wrestling gamer, been for like 30 years now. But it is kind of funny though that like I got PlayStation 2 and the first game I thought to get was Crazy Taxi. Nothing exclusive to PlayStation. Just Crazy Taxi. Very odd. All right. Read message. Good job, kid. Keep this pace up and we'll have more work coming in soon. Brakes may be basic, but they're no joke. Solid work. I feel like I have to say it in like his tone too. It's funny though, he's like messaging you, but then we literally have to come up here and talk to him. Odd choice.
Engine trouble, huh?
Engine
Could be
trouble.
simple, could be a headache. Either way,
Could be
get that
simple,
car
could be
up
headache.
and run a diagnostic.
Oh, nice little jump.
Let's make sure this doesn't become a
You ready
big
for the
deal.
freeze?
It's a Nexa 115, you know the drill.
And there's a freeze. Wanted to move the mouse just to make it more dramatic. One looks like my car, or what was my car? I had a Z back in the day. I had a 350Z. Interesting. This is a 370Z though. All right, well, I guess I almost want to get in and drive it, but let's see what we can do here. So hit shift, get this baby working again. Kind of like stuck in a weird wonky camera angle. There's like, it would be nice if there's like a free roam. There's not though. All right, let's get the oil. Took a while to get here, and now it just magically appears. Okay, now let's get out of underneath though. I think you will get stuck. Let's open the hood. Hit shift again. So we need to change cylinder head. Left and right. So we're pretty much disassembling everything here at this point. Alright, so valve springs must be removed first. And I think they're inside. There's ignition system. That's gone. That's gone. See, sometimes the highlighting, while I do appreciate it over car mechanic, leaves a lot to be desired at times. Like that's the part that kind of confuses me a lot with car mechanic, is that. There we go. What I would appreciate if, like when you hover over something that's green, would be nice if it just highlighted green or maybe white or something the next item to do, instead of guessing. Like it would be nice if maybe something that you could turn off if you wanted to play hard mode. All right, timing system's off, so I think now everything's exposed. And hopefully we can get the valve springs out now. I like to do things in symmetry, or at least until I get annoyed. This really depends on the complexity of the game and how difficult these things are to do. And you long press and it looks like you're able to swipe them. R. Hey, the repair table is free now. Feel free to use it, and if you need to fix something up. Okay, got it. Let's go over there. It's behind us. Slowly jaunt over here. Repair table. Parts durability and damage. Car parts have their own durability stat and wear states. Here you basically long press on them. And again, I like the simplicity of it. It's gamified. It's not super complex considering the fact you just took an engine apart. Now we got those repaired. Let's get back here. Open the hood. And let's literally just revert all the chaos that we just did. Put everything back together. Let's go with engine mode. I'm not sure why it's not letting me. Oh, because we're in the middle of something. Okay, I'm not sure why I didn't like manually doing it. We'll just press number 2. Not sure if I took too many parts off. It's a video game, so it's a lot easier to do. You don't really understand the complexity of it until you're doing it in real life. Because then at that point, you're seeing things as to what's in your way, what's not in your way. Video game, it's kind of hard to tell, especially like in these games where you're kind of seeing it in like a weird floaty angle. Not very natural. They're basically giving you a better perspective than what you would probably just looking down at like the engine bay. I think we're kind of like on the back end of this one. It was kind of an extensive job, just how many parts you had to remove just to get where we needed to go. I appreciate too that like a lot of these aren't specific parts in terms of where they're going. There's not like a left and right, or at least not in the game. Could be a little more specific in real life. I think we're it here. All right, so you had to be in engine mode to see it. I think it's hidden in the car mode. Oh, seriously? Because it's not this mode. That's why. That's why we couldn't see it. It's another camera angle. Again, in real life, it would be a little more noticeable, but in this game, when you're looking at particular camera angles, it hides essentially everything else. I think this one's just like right outside the door, no? No, it's not. We're driving across the way. Yeah, it would be nice if they got rid of like that squealing. That's very distracting. We're almost there. Right over here, a little coastal spot right near the bridge. So we're on the back end of it. All right, delivery. Car delivered. We're gonna go to the principal's office. I'm gonna go see Deb. Or actually, no, she's messaging us. We're like literally outside her office. Let's dramatically see what she has to tell us. Nice work as always. The engine fix should keep the client happy for a long time. Keep it up and we'll have more work coming your way. You will, as soon as I hit R. Alright guys, thank you to Astragon Entertainment for the game key, and this was Underground Garage. There's a Steam demo available. For more info, the link is in the description, and we'll catch you in the next one.